for him to still look in another direction just shows you exactly the impression that I left on him that night we fought.
Do you take that as a slight or a compliment? It could be.
Oh, it's a compliment. Oh, for sure. It's a compliment because I've always known in the back of my mind that Triple G know he lost that fight. I could see it in his eyes when they gave him the decision. And he hasn't really been vocal ever about giving me the rematch. You know, it's always just been small talk or wiping it under the rug. So for me, I just want to make sure that I not only fight Golovkin again and prove the naysayers wrong, but prove to him that he knows that I'm the best fighter and I'm better than he is.
This is just the last thing. What has been the hardest part of this particular training camp? Perhaps in introducing new wrinkles that you haven't necessarily done before?
I haven't really done anything majorly different than any other camp that I've had. We just had a lot of guys who spar kind of similar to Canelo's style. And I've kept my camp here in New York City. We have everything that we need here in this facility at Competitive Edge Athletics. You know, I've been training here for the last, say, 5 to 6 years, and this is the biggest fight that we had. I wanted to make sure that I was home and can be in New York and still feel that energy where it all started, still feel the vibes, and go out to Las Vegas and make history.
You think you'll bring a slice of Brooklyn with you for the for your entrance?
Absolutely. I'm going to go to Brownsville because we leave tomorrow. So I'm going to go to Brownsville to make sure I get most of that love that, you know, that I was raised on and feel that energy so I can go out and conquer the world because, you know, and where I'm from, it's Brooklyn versus everybody.
I keep saying last question, but do you do that before most of your fights? Go to
No, I
don't.
don't. I've done it for big fights before. I've done it for the Golovkin fight. But this will probably be the second time that I actually purposely go back to Brownsville to get some of that love, to see my neighborhood, see my, just, you know, revisit where I'm from, to see where it all started, just to feel lively, to go back out and, like I said, conquer the world, because I really feel like this is an opportunity for me to fulfill my dreams. This is my one shot.
Does that clear your mind when you go back home, or what does that do for you?
It clears my mind. Most importantly, it just motivates me. Like I said, history in Brownsville, just Brooklyn alone, it's really hard to describe it, but if you're not from there, you would never understand. So for me, just to go back and get most of that love and to get that energy, get that vibe, go back out to Vegas, I mean, it's going to be priceless.
And you'll do that today?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no worries.
Speaking about controversial losses, Daniel, like with Golovkin,
your voice is really soft, bro. You're going to have to bring that up a little bit. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Speaking about that controversial loss with Golovkin,
yeah.
What do you take from that fight going into against Canelo? Because it was a little bit controversial. I don't agree that it was unanimous, maybe even questionable, majority at best. So what have you learned from that fight going into this fight with Canelo?
That you have to be more decisive in your win. You can't make fights close. You have to go in there and leave no doubt in not only the judges' minds but the fans' minds that you are the best Canelo inside that ring, because from the outside looking in, most people would say that there's favoritism towards Canelo when he's fighting in Vegas or when he's fighting anywhere in the world. I mean, we just seen Mangun, what's his name?
Munguia.
Sorry.
Against Dennis Hogan?
Yeah, so we just seen a very controversial fight, and I thought Mr. Hogan won that fight, So it just goes to show you that what fans speak about as far as, there being this sort of influence that Golden Boy has on judges or has on boxing, it's just really not making it easy. So for me, I have to stay focused and make sure that I go in there and make a decisive win so that we can have no controversy.
Now, of course, Canelo brings a lot of fundamentals into the ring. He has very good counter-punching, a lot of speed, a lot of power, utilizes very good movement. So how are you, is there anything that you're doing different in this training camp to prepare for that kind of fight or that kind of style in the ring?
The only thing I would say I would do differently is switch up my sparring partners and be a little bit more on my feet. So I've been coming forward a lot of my past fights I've been more of the aggressor, power puncher. I think the only thing different for this fight is, obviously Canelo takes a pretty good shot. He's very elusive in his upper body, so we want to make sure that we're a little faster on our feet and with our hands and with our combinations than we're used to seeing in some of my previous fights.
Hey Danny, on a recent call, Canelo said he felt that you won the fight against Triple G.
Yeah.
He has a lot of respect for you. He also said that you're the most unique opponent he ever fought. So what's your respect level for him? Like, do you feel that he's as good as everybody says he is?
Only time will tell. But as far as respect, I mean, I give him all the respect in the world.
Well, I mean, like on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Do you feel that he's as good, like, somewhere in the top 5 pound for pound? Do you feel that he's?
Oh
as
yeah,
good?
definitely, definitely top 10 pound for pound. I would say I would rate Canelo. Because there are some controversial fights that he had that I felt like he lost. And I thought he lost both fights with Golovkin. But as far as respect, yeah, I mean, I respect any opponent that steps foot inside that ring and face another man. Because this is a kill to be killed sport. So, but that's where the respect ends. As far as going inside that ring and, wanting to be the victor, wanting to take his head off and wanting to prove to the world that I'm the best gladiator out in the world that there is, that's my true intention. So there's no respect when it comes to that. But, we're both gentlemen and we're both